I'm Constable Scott Mills, Toronto Crime Stoppers Youth Officer. We're up at a sponsorship luncheon today. The insurance brokers of Toronto Regions are great sponsors, and we're going to talk here to the founder of Toronto Crime Stoppers. We're in the 26th year of its existence, partnership between the community and the police and the media. Here is what it's all about. He was my dad. You took him away from me. I'm only 7 years old. Help me find his killers. Jamal Grant, sadly missed, always loved. There's a victim of gun violence, and there's a victim that's growing up without a father. Little girl made that sign. We got school crime stoppers. Can you find the hidden victim for domestic violence? We got illegal cigarette campaigns here. All these campaigns are being run by Toronto Crime Stoppers. This is the most recent campaign. Use a gun and you're more likely to die from one. It's Cash for Guns. Get up to $500 cash if your tip helps us find one. Call 416-222-TIPS, Toronto Crime Stoppers. Seniors Crime Stoppers. We just yesterday had an 81-year-old that was robbed, and we actually found out the identity of the person that did it. It's January 2010 right now. There is a message from Mark Bartolucci, the MPP of Sudbury, who is the Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services for Ontario. There's the proclamation from Mayor David Miller. January 2010 is Crime Stoppers Month. We got a record number of tips in 2009. 10,300 tips, the world leaders. And there is congratulations from the Prime Minister of Canada, the Right Honourable Stephen Harper, to the Toronto Crime Stoppers program. And the man who founded all this 25 years ago, retired Staff Superintendent of Toronto Police, Mr. Gary Grant. Gary, how did this all start? You're still involved. You're a member here on our Community Board of Directors. What is the story?
Well, Scott, back in the late 70s, an idea was hatched in Albuquerque, New Mexico, by a Canadian-born person by the name of Greg McAleese. He was an Army brat. His dad was in the Army down in the States, and he was on the Albuquerque, New Mexico Police Service. They had a homicide at a robbery at a gas station that was unsolved, and they had no clues. He came up with the idea to do a reenactment of that crime on a local TV station, get local businesses to put up some reward money, and ask the public for help. And he got poo-pooed by the police department down there. We don't need any of that type of help. We don't need the media. We don't need businesses. We're the police. We can solve it. But you know, a couple of weeks went by and they didn't have one clue. So Greg went ahead by himself. He found a sponsor to pay the reward. He found some people to act the reenactment, and they did it. And you know what? Within a week, an arrest was made. So all of a sudden, it wasn't such a stupid idea anymore. The idea that the police, the community, the media, and the business community can work together to help solve crimes. The idea grew in the United States. Calgary was the first program in Canada, and there was a program in Hamilton, Ontario. In early 1984, then Chief of Police Jack Marks decided, with a little bit of urging from someone like me and Cal Miller from the Toronto Star, that we should have a Crime Stopper program, and he agreed, and he asked me to be the first coordinator. So from scratch, went around knocking on doors to TV stations, radio stations, trying to get media support. They were excellent. Got a community, a civilian board of directors in place to administer the program. That was easy to do, and they were excellent. And some corporate sponsors. The real tough nut to crack, once again, was the police service. The police service didn't really need this anymore. We don't need the media. We don't need the public to help out. Well, you know, we forged ahead, and in 1984, we started the program. And in a couple of months, as a result of some major arrests that were made by one of our drug squads, we had our squads and our units begging for us to give them tips. And it's grown from there, and today it's one of the largest programs, one of the most successful programs in the world. The community is solidly behind the program. The media are still solidly behind it. We have great corporate sponsors to help fund different programs we put forth. And we branched into so many areas, like the Cash for Guns, the school program, that it's very rewarding to have been part and parcel of starting that program way back in 1984.
Thank you very much for all your dedicated work, your continued service. You are a pioneer and a community builder, Mr. Grant. and it's a pleasure to know you, and we'll carry this program on as forever.
Thanks, Scott, and good luck with you and your endeavors, and thanks for all the hard work you've done on behalf of Crime Stoppers, particularly with our young people.
Thanks very much. I'm just going to end off here on why we all do it. The back of the message here from the young daughter is we walk united for justice for our lost loved ones. Jamal Grant, gone but not forgotten. Your memory lives on. Justice for all. Parents who lost a child by violence. Everything we can do to prevent is what we're about. 1-800-222-TIPS, toll free. Give us your tip, not your name. 222tips.com. Online encrypted tips. No IP trace. Or text TOR and your message to crimes. That's text TOR and your message to 274-637. Let's use Crime Stoppers for prevention. Anonymous reporting to prevent and solve crimes.